course, Vienna by Ultravox. It came out in early '81, the third single from the album with the same name. Those were the Midge Ure years. He co-wrote the song, sang the song, he was the frontman of the band. They are no longer together, I believe, but he is still touring and also playing this song. I never thought of it as, you know, playing on a guitar, but he does. So bumped into it, and I thought it would make a great lesson. Great, well, for me it's down the memory lane. I was 9 years at the time. Just love the song. Absolutely fascinating. Now, he keeps it very simple if you think about it. The rhythmic feel of the original recording is, of course, with this drum. He actually doesn't really incorporate that into his playing, but he does is this little fill that you can hear the piano do. What is it? Well, you heard it earlier already. Like that, he does do that, so it's very nice to incorporate that as well. So the original recording was done in the key of C Mixolydian, which has the same chords as the key of F major. When you get to the instrumental part, then you will see all those chords of F major in there, but really, in my opinion, it centers around C. So C Mixolydian it is, the fifth mode there. And then stripped down, it is basically just 3 chords, if you leave out the instrumental part, which he does when he indeed plays it by himself, not necessarily when he's accompanied by a little band or anything. And then it's just C to F, and then in the chorus, all of a sudden, chord 7 comes in, a B flat. And then that's it. Of course, the chorus has a few high notes, and for him it is actually also really a stretch to get there. So most often he tunes his guitar down a half step, like I am actually now as well, also with the little previews that you saw earlier in this video. Even a whole step down he would take it, but he would keep the chord shapes there the same. But I was kind of like, well, if you end up in the key of A Mixolydian, then you might as well play it in the key of A. And then it's actually in a way easier, less bar chords, more open chords, and you can still incorporate this little fill there. And from there I was like, well, you know, for males vocally, you could even take it down a little bit more, and then you end up in the key of G Mixolydian. So at one point I was like, well, let's just, you know, teach the whole thing in 3 different keys, and you can pick out for yourself which one suits the range of your voice better, or maybe even the level of your playing, because the B flat of all major chords, I mean of all bar chords, not really the easiest one to play there. Anyway, so we break down in 3 different keys, the little fill, of course, the progression, the arrangement, not necessarily the chords, because those are all pretty basic, I would say. And then we take a look at the instrumental part, even if you would like to leave it out, which, like I mentioned, he does as well. I personally really like it. Even if I need to hum along, I like to play. It's just gorgeous. Another thing, the strumming, yes, the feel for it. Like I said, he's not necessarily copying the rhythmic feel of the original recording. He is more like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so downstroke on 1. Double time strumming, that is, so you're playing downstroke as 8 notes as downstrokes, and then coming down on B2 and then pretty much muting the strings. Not all the time, but very often he does. And then come in at the end of B2, so kind of a syncopated feel there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Down, 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 down. So on. sounds somewhat like that. Of course, you need to pick out this little filter. Would be nice if you could keep the hand going. I will talk about all this elaborately in this lesson, of course. Another thing, yes, because I also mentioned, in my opinion, this would be the key of C Mixolydian, why and such. I will tell you about it in this lesson. Okay, if you would like to learn it really in 80s song, Eurocentric, I have to admit. I mean, I am in Europe and my childhood is from the 80s, so I very much like to cover this song. If you would like to play it as well, check it out at totallyguitars.com.